Hello, everybody. Welcome to what show are we on? The welcome to the Black and Orange Tarot. Is that what we're calling it? Okay, here on the Black and Orange channel. My name is Sarah. This lovely lady is Sebastian, and she is here every day to read at least 12 questions of your questions from the chat. Look at how things are going, all that good stuff. There's a reason why I don't do the intro for this one, but
no, but it's awesome.
10% of all income from Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, which helps provide food and whatnot for people in need. So we got that. And did I miss something else? Is that it? Oh, your questions are in the chat. We timestamp them as we go.
Description box.
In the description box, not the chat, description box. Yes, yes. Y'all, I forgot the words description box. Mark that on your calendar. That is hysterical. Okay. So, yes. We have funnies to go through. So I said, hey, let's do it. Oh, Ricky, and the star of the show, soon to release his own line of chocolate chip cookies, Boo Boo's and Kitty.
Aww.
I needs them. Oh, he just popped his little head up just in time.
He said cookies.
Squish. Okay.
Squish.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's Cherry Bomb says, I heard Sarah's been hiding Jack the Ripper's real identity in the description box. For anybody who's new around here, it's kind of a running joke because the questions go in the description box every day, and there's some people that actually can't see they're watching on a TV and they can't see the description box. But a lot of other people, they're just in a hurry or what have you, and they just don't look. And they ask questions, which I'm grateful for. But on days when Sarah is helping me, it can get a little frustrating if it's question, important question. And it's like, it's already in the description box. Question. It's already in the description box. And so there's now a running joke. I think it was Kevin was saying, I have this document I need for it to never be seen by human eyes. Can I put it in your description box? Anyway, that's where that comes from. Just a little silliness.
Yes, the description box is basically the Black and Orange version of the terms of service. It's just there. Yeah.
It's there. Actually, you were telling me something cool about the whose terms of service has.
Yes, I think it's NBC Peacock. Their terms of service. If you actually scroll through it to the bottom, I think it's not the character Dwight. I forget the name of there's a character who had an award-winning chili, and that's from The Office. And the chili recipe is in the terms of service. NBC did that just to make sure that you actually, which is hysterical.
Yes.
So, speaking of hysterical, it's a y'all day. Are you ready, y'all? Oh my gosh. Lisa says the Holy Grail was in the description box, but now it's in a museum. Yes, Kevin's chili, Mal. Yes, thank you.
Earth Yogi says, I love when Sarah's here. So do I.
No. Okay. At 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, y'all. You know how Orangina hates to be insulted?
Orangina?
And he hates anybody to think that he is anything less.
Orangina,
hang on, I've got a low.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Orangina, we are using that forever. I had heard it in the farthest dim and distant, but that is awesome. And it would drive him crazy. So from now on, Trump is Orangina. Okay, please continue.
Yes. Well, M. Kelpie and some other people in chat were discussing an article that recently dropped about how yesterday the Judge Kaplan, who is the federal judge over the E. Jean Carroll case, he denied Trump postponing the trial date because it's set on January 14th, and Trump tried to push it out. And Kaplan's like, nah. He's like, we're getting older. We're getting too old for this. He said both parties are of advanced age, and a stay of this case pending resolution of Mr. Trump's appeal would threaten delaying any compensation to which Ms. Carroll might be entitled by at least several months, if not a year or more. Now, keep in mind, Trump is 77, Carroll is 79, and Kaplan is also in his late 70s. So as my grandmother would say, we are on a schedule. We do not have time for this foolishness. Stop it.
He really said both parties are of advanced age.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Orangina. Oh, that would just, that would burn his toast. That, yeah. Oh, I love that.
It's like, y'all old. Like, we all old. Everybody old. We ain't got time for this. What are we doing?
Yes, Azalea. Just as like, y'all are old. All right. Well, that's moving on. Oh wow! I think the question is specifically more about the age of the candidates, but my gosh, that is. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're giving Biden all this garbage for his advanced age. Trump's nearly the same age. Yes, Lisa. Trump bursts into flames in 3, 2.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, Biden has aged like a New England man, where it's visible, whereas Trump has turned himself to leather in his journey to become George Hamilton from Wish. So I'm not exactly sure. Yeah.
Oh.
So the tan man, he's the orange man. So it's
yeah. Oh my gosh. This whole age thing, and I know there's some people saying they're both too old. What are your options? I mean, that's actually one of the things and to not go too far afield, but just a little bit afield, that's actually one of my concerns about the candidates on the Republican side of the who are running in the primary, whereas I despise them all.
Yeah.
But who, if it isn't Trump, it's going to be one of the others. And, you know, there's a matter of who else can run, who else could win, who else. Would it be great if we could get someone with the age of, John F. Kennedy? Obviously he had health problems we didn't fully know about, but I mean, no, we can't have that. That's how it is. We need to win this election, but this whole age thing, got a 3 of Pentacles here. So I'm guessing planning for the campaign. World card, 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Justice card, Devil. Trump doesn't need to worry because he's not going to be. He's not going to be the candidate. See this Justice card right next to the Devil card? See this little match girl out in the cold card where his entire financial con has collapsed and he's out in the cold? Like an evil little match girl.
Thank you, Carrie F.
You know, aren't we all reaching a certain point in our lives where, you know, nobody's getting younger and things can happen, but it's, what are you communicating?
Yeah.
And what Trump's communicating is awful, but things are going to go incredibly badly for him. And all this is really telling me is Trump isn't even going to get there. I'm kind of hoping he's chosen as the candidate, because then if it falls apart, then the Republicans are really in a pickle, and they deserve to be in a pickle through their own choices. So,
yeah, I think the youngest ever president was Roosevelt when McKinley died at 42. Kennedy was elected at 43. And out of Bill or Barack, I don't know which one was younger, but that's right. That's right there. So, yeah.
And the irony is that the first two you listed were actually horrendously ill.
Yeah.
So,
well, that was Teddy Roosevelt, not FDR.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking FDR.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I just heard Roosevelt.
Yeah. I didn't specify. That's on me.
Six of Swords. Queen of Wands. Five of Cups. Thief card. I'm not getting, you know, I'm not getting it. People talk about it. People, you know, maybe they'd like younger candidates, but I don't think that's what the election's going to come down to.
Good. Okay.
So it doesn't, the cards aren't saying that this is going, actually, you know what? These are even hard to see when I'm small. Let me
sorry.
What? You haven't apologized for? I chose those. You're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and when it comes to presidents, age is really only an issue in two factors. One, if they take care of themselves and they're not in danger of, you know, something happen or some sort of decline in office like Reagan.
Yeah.
Or two, if they're out of touch with the country as a whole, which, you know, because
which Romney is every day of his life.
Yes. Yeah.
And Nixon was so drunk he was talking to the paintings in the White House toward the end. So I mean, I don't know that age is going to be the big factor, because we came so close to losing our democracy. We didn't actually, but we did.
Yeah.
And if Trump is not held accountable, that's when we need to worry. So, it's when it comes to the election, I'm getting the far right, the lies, the fake electors, the plot to overturn the election. This is a big deal, and I honestly I know that as far as I'm aware, isn't it only Georgia that's going to have cameras in the courtroom? Well, even with that, it's going to be seared into everyone's mind. People are going to listen to that. People are going to hear the highlights. People are going to get sick of it, you know. But
yeah, I mean, he's going to have his own McCarthy trial moment. I mean, he just, it's not going to end well.
Ricky's saying Biden seems to be in phenomenal shape, whereas Trump's been on a fast food diet for 20 years. Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, I remember even my father was, when he was younger, he's a carrot top redhead. I mean, like red hair. And as he aged, he was saying that's one of the things that makes you look older is it's like you start fading out.
Yeah.
Which is why you get some of the older people, especially those who have a midlife crisis that goes on for the second half of their lives, where they're just, they either spend an hour a day in a tanning bed, or they, cover themselves in fake tan, like Trump.
Mm-hmm. Or box dye, like Rudy.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
I won't go after people for dyeing their hair for obvious reasons.
No. Yeah, no. But yeah.
I'll be honest though, I kind of liked my big gray streaks for a while, but everybody liked it better when it was one color. So it was like, all right, I'll do this. Yeah. But they were fun. They were fun when I let my hair grow out for a while. But it definitely makes a difference. So it's a lot of cosmetics. Mm-hmm. I mean, Trump has a rider where when he goes somewhere, they had to get 2 bottles of specific foundation and have those waiting for him, and have 1 full bottle and 1 half bottle. They had to throw out half a bottle of the foundation, of one of the bottles of foundation.
I wonder if Trump would have the mixing properties, because somebody can't measure.
Well, it sounded like it was actually just the one thing. I'm just wondering, like, how much do you use? Yeah. I mean, it's like some of those TikTok makeup people who, like, they literally take a big brush and they go like this, and it's like painting a room. Yeah, it is. I agree. Earth Yogi was so weird. So anyway.
Okay. Well.
Oh, wait. I will say with one exception. Ricky says, I don't have the problem with dyeing my hair. The top went bye-bye in recent years. I understand. I will say, though, it depends who you are. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are a good person who's trying to better yourself, help others, this kind of thing, and you are a man and you start dyeing your hair, great. Whatever. I don't care. Now, if you are a vile human being who's like a modern incarnation of an SS officer, and you already look a little bit like Nosferatu, and you get some canned hair color, and go on camera and you have very obviously like Stephen Miller did, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing, because that's the hypocrisy of you have to live up to my standards and I'm going to go spray my hair back on. Someone who cannot accept the frailties of the human condition with empathy, who then does something so obviously fake. Anyway, that's just me.
I'm with you. I am with you. At 19 even, Eileen asked, sorry. I don't know if y'all saw this last night. It's another y'all moment. Okay. So, somebody talked some sense into someone, and oh wait, no, hang on. That's number 4. This is the filing from last night. Trump's attorneys have filed a something with Chutkin, requesting that the next court date be in April of 2026, because he's busy.
The trial, he wants a trial date in April of 2026.
Yes. And the entire thing just doesn't say former president or whatever. It's like President Trump requests. And I'm like,
President Trump request.
Yeah, President. So, so he wants a April of 2026 trial date because he's on a schedule. He's got things to do.
Yeah, all that golfing.
And then he put an infographic in the filing, y'all. He put an infographic of the filing to show how the reason why is because he can't possibly go through all the evidence that is stacked against him in time. And it's like if he printed out all the evidence, it would be like 15 times taller than the Washington Monument. And now it's like, I'm this guilty. Can you give me a minute to sort my stuff for a second? I can only shred so fast.
I'm that guilty.
Yes.
I'm guilty for miles. Oh my gosh, that is, wow. First of all, there are services that will do that and pull out and organize information. That's what they do. And lawyers use them all the time.
Yes.
Secondly, I think I saw a headline about this, and I'm afraid I can't remember where it was from. I like to give credit, but the headline was, Trump wants the trial date set for 2026 because 3026 would be ridiculous.
I really hope that when Chudkin says no, she tells him it's because of his advanced age.
Your advanced age and your obvious health.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, that was good. Okay, so what's going to happen with this? Because doesn't Smith want like January of 2024?
Yeah, that's the next question. But
okay,
yeah.
So what's this question?
Do Trump's lawyers really think that this is a possibility? Like, did they file this thinking we've got it, and we made this nifty little infographic, and yeah.
Do you have the infographic handy?
Hang on one second. I can find the infographic. One moment.
All right, what I'm getting is panic from his lawyers. Panic. And it isn't the amount of stuff. It's how guilty he is, how much evidence there is. And there are so many cases, there's so much evidence. They're already feeling beaten up. And it's like, taking on this job is going to age me 20 years. This high profile, massive craziness. And then he doubles up lawyers for different things, which makes it even worse. He's headed for huge judgment. With real possible consequences. And the lawyers, did they think this would happen? No, Trump gets involved and they tell him what he wants to hear in the first place, and then he just exaggerates it out.
Yeah.
So they don't expect this to work, but if they have any chance of getting paid,
they need to make the infographics.
Yeah, they have to do what he says.
Speaking of,
oh please. Okay, now explain. What are we looking at?
Okay, this is if we were to print and stack 11.5 million pages of documents with no gaps between pages at 200 pages per inch, the result would be a tower of paper stretching nearly 5,000 feet into the sky. You know, somebody wanted to put an exclamation mark right there. That is taller than the Washington Monument, stacked on top of itself 8 times with nearly 1 million pages to spare. Y'all.
The Statue of Liberty, Washington Monument, information potentially helpful to President Trump, former, you blankety blanks.
So if y'all want to giggle, this is on page 6. And I'm going to put the link in the chat.
You know, little kids, when you're playing with them or what have you, and you go, how tall are you? How tall are you? And they go, I'm this
big.
And that's, I'm this guilty.
Right? Yeah. That's, whoo.
Oh my gosh.
He Kathy Ritchie crimes this much. So.
Exactly. Kathy Ritchie, I think that's what it boils down to. Are they stupid? No, they have a stupid client.
Well, they ain't smart.
They've got a sociopathic, narcissistic client.
Yeah,
that's what they've got.
So the next question is at 2640. Will this shenaniganery actually help Jack Smith get his January trial date? And yes, shenaniganery is in the description box.
I like that.
Because it's real. There's no other way. So, I mean, yeah.
And there are a whole lot of negative things flying and dangerous things flying, which Chuck can already said that's what's going to happen. This thing's moving forward. Now, this particular thing, this was DC?
Yes, this was Shuckin', yes. Atha says, wow, it's taller than Trump Tower, which 45 insists is the tallest building in NYC. That's a point. I wonder why he didn't use Trump Tower as a reference in his... That is a missed opportunity. Somebody needs to say something about that, because that's, yeah.
You have a very good point there, and that's funny. May I quote you?
Please do.
Y'all. This is a strong case. We have a strong judge. Trump was already warned. Do not mess around. He's messing around anyway, and lawyers are playing games. Judgment, Howling at the Moon, Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. I don't know if it's going to be in January, but they're going to be... Orangina is going to be very, very upset. Very upset. Yeah, I know. Judgment. This actually feels like the trial is usually like like a chariot, like a big parade float. But this judgment, that feels like the trial with a lot of evidence very soon.
So much evidence to the sky. Sorry.
Stratospheric evidence. Oh, grief. This is yeah, it's not going to be put off that long at all. And with all the danger that's around, that he's not doing anything to quash. He's doing everything to encourage.
Yeah. Darren, yes, I have been known to say yonder every now and then. It's over yonder. So
I say yonder every once in a while too.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay. So at 29:50.
Thank you, Fran. Thank you.
It's very sweet. Eileen also asks, with yesterday and the infographics and whatnot, he also truthed that after some consideration, he's decided to release his 100-page proof of that the Georgia thing is false and whatnot in court instead of having a press conference at Bedminster. He's canceling his Bedminster press conference, saying that his evidence is going to be presented in court. Did his lawyers actually? The question here is: did the lawyers convince him that it was a stupid idea? I mean, here's the thing. In all the acts and for the RICO charges, she's got him as every time he furthers the conspiracy, it's an act charge.
Well, it's
Let's
not.
add some more.
I don't think it's an actual charge, every act, but this would be a big act. This would be a big thing because he's already been warned. So this could be him writing himself his own superseding indictment. He's used to just bullying his way through. Did his lawyers? To be honest, I don't. What?
No, I was just saying, did they manage to convince him that,
I don't think so. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Strength, Fool, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, here's the thing. No matter what he says, he knows he's lying. And that's clear all along. He knows it's not true. And he has said to me in private many, many times. He knows it wouldn't work, and he doesn't have 100-page. This is the I'm going to have a better healthcare plan than Obamacare in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it's going to be cheaper. It's going to cover more in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, he knows he doesn't have anything. The 100-page document that he lied. It just lied.
Well, yeah, 41 pages of it is the Georgia thing with big red crayon over going, nuh-uh.
Yeah, he knows this wouldn't work. No, that was good. He knows this wouldn't work, and he knows how strong the case is against him, and he's panicked. So that was. I don't know that his lawyers can talk any sense into him, to be perfectly honest with you.
Somebody did something. Maybe he's finally got some shred of self-preservation.
I think
I'm
he's
kind of
more
disappointed because I really wanted to see this. I really wanted to see him just dig his own. You know, when you were a kid, and did you ever try to dig the china? Like, you get like a stick or something or a little shovel, and you're trying to dig the china. Like, he's digging his own hole. He's going to end up in China. Yeah. So, okay.
Although
Cindy says idiots like Bobby on Supernatural.
Yes. Idiots. Yes. Although I remember going and finding a globe and figuring it out and realizing that I shouldn't dig to China because straight across from us is actually the Indian Ocean.
Oh.
And I was afraid that the water would come through.
Oh, little baby Sebastian, your logic is awesome. I love that. That is so cute. Oh,
thank you.
Okay. That is adorable. I love how even when you were teeny tiny, your little logical brain was like, "That's a bad idea."
Well, I didn't want I didn't want everybody to like die in a flood or anything, because I had dug to the Indian Ocean by accident.
And then the other side would be drained, and that would not be good.
Well, I hadn't thought that through. I figured there was plenty of water over there, but it would be too much water here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that is adorable and hysterical all together. All right.
Yeah, visualize 70 saying there's a little matter of the Earth's core. It's been molten. Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but when you're 6, you're good.
I was this big, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you're itsy, yeah. Excuse me.
Teresa Ford, yes. Think of the whales.
I'm just thinking of like the Indian Ocean, like draining like a bathtub.
That's what I'm picturing.
Like the little swirlies.
Yes, a giant swirly.
Oh, that little Cancer moon was even then. You're like, let's take care of everybody. Oh, so sweet.
I didn't want to kill us or flood us in North America, and people get hurt anyway.
No. Okay, at 36:20, the adorableness is just, I can't breathe.
Okay, hang on a second. Sharon Rice said, little kids don't have the core concept. That was awesome. That was good, Sharon Rice. Thank you.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that is hysterical. Okay. At 36:50. All right. Joe Eliza asks, now that the grand juror's info has been in Georgia has been abused by MAGA, will future juries in all of Trump's court cases be kept anonymous and safe?
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking this morning. It's like, if I was a juror on a Trump trial, I would, at this point, I would actually be like, I'd actually go down there and be like, look, how safe am I going to be? Because if you're going to otherwise, fine me $1,000 or whatever, put me in prison for 30 days, at least I'll survive that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's to the point to where those who hang out on the creative sprints, it's also been a long running joke. One of my live streams is jury duty.
Yes, Sarah loves going to the dentist.
Yes,
because she likes the clean teeth feeling.
And jury duty. Better. Yes,
Sarah.
I've never actually been able to serve. Okay. I've never actually been able to serve, but I've always wanted to. And even this one is even more me, and I'd be like,
And it isn't even just what might happen to us, which is bad.
Right, but that's
it's the people around us.
Yeah,
it's
your mama, your daddy, your granny, everybody.
The kids. You don't know what
half-step neighbor-in-law. Everybody you know. There's my country is cranked up to 11 today, y'all. I'm sorry. So I just said half-step neighbor-in-law and granny.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Don't change ever.
I will try. I will endeavor not to. Yes.
Okay. So, yay. Well, okay. And here's the thing. Who was it in the chat? Hang on. Who said something important? Cherry Bomb, I agree. I love you, Sarah. You're so awesome.
Thank you.
Where was it? Okay, Lisa said it would solve a lot of problems if Trump took a plea deal. I don't want them to give him a plea deal. I think it's important he does not get a plea deal. One, because he was the ringleader. Two, because with cameras in the courtroom, everything laid out, and it's shown bing, bing, bing. As he says, bing, 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 bing. Yeah, his evidence going up to the sky. With all of that evidence, the country needs it laid out.
Oh, yeah.
because otherwise it's going to be the moon landing conspiracy
oh yeah
forever. So
I want breadcrumbs to Hansel and Gretel's. Like I want
the witch's house with the oven. Yeah.
Yes.
I will say this though. Apparently, at least according to I was watching. I went back and I'd never seen the TV show SWAT, so I watched the whole thing and all 6 seasons or whatever. And in one of the episodes, somebody had taken a plea deal, but part of taking a plea deal meant that they could never get parole. So I don't know if that's everywhere. I don't know if that's a California thing. I don't know. So it's on the one hand, it's like you could never get parole. But on the other hand, no, we need. And this thing about, well, he's a president, he deserves to be treated specially. He deserves to be held to a higher standard. Not lower, higher. Anyway. Kristen from Uncover the News says Trump moves to thwart fundraising off his name. All right. So anyway,
only he is allowed to grift off of his name. No one else
exactly.
is. Yeah.
I heard that he's been angry at times if Melania was raising money off of the Trump name, which explains why they're effectively separated. Yeah. There's so much that's going to come to light and needs to come to light. As far as the jurors go, I'm not liking this too much. They will. There's some secrets here, so there's some higher wisdom and secrets. So at least there's that. But this would be the people who would be vulnerable by being jurors and the jerks coming after them. This would be cobbling together some kind of security for yourself. This would be keeping names secret, using higher wisdom and keeping names secret. But that's quite a risk to keep this secret. I think they will. It feels strong that they will, but there's still a lot of fear that what if there's a mistake? What if a clerk files something like they did in Georgia, where some stuff was leaked ahead of time? Let alone that in Georgia, apparently, on grand juries, I don't know about regular juries, but on grand juries, they purposely publish the names of the jurors, so you know who who suggested charges against you. And now these people are afraid for their lives.
Well, because
I think they'll manage, but there are a lot of jurors who are very nervous. Did you see the picture of the woman who threatened Chutkin with death?
No. I knew that it happened, but I hadn't seen what she looked like.
You will not remotely be surprised.
Well, I know she's from Texas.
Well, I know
she's from rural Texas.
I'm just saying, with slightly less hair bleach. Oh, the Marjorie Taylor Greene of it all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at 43:35. Glenn Bird asks, Jack Smith has filed in the Florida case with Cannon for a hearing to show a conflict of interest in Trump funding one lawyer for multiple witnesses and co-conspirators. Will Jack shut Cannon down? Because as it stands right now, Cannon has allowed this to happen.
So the question is, what is the question?
Jack has filed for this to not be allowed. So will Cannon abide like she should? Or because if not, that gives him, it is a conflict of interest. If she doesn't go along with it, that definitely gives him reason to go over her head.
I don't like it's work, but I'm just working. But I don't like that it's necessarily Republican working.
Mhm.
I wouldn't trust Cannon as far as I can throw her. This is Trump wants to save money, and not have to deal with as many people. There's the Trump dynasty, quote unquote. There's the plan. Yes, it's corrupt. I wish I could say Hermit can be researched, but it's not really like higher wisdom. It's not higher wisdom the same way that the High Priestess is. You can learn higher wisdom, but it isn't. People should have their own lawyers, but this, I'm not liking these cards. There's just too much. There's too much. There are too many pentacles here, which is just the Republican.
Too much shenaniganery. Yeah.
This is just Republican. Let's pull 3 more just in case. Sun, Star, sorry, Page of Cups. If it wasn't Trump, if it was somebody else, it wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
And after a while, it's like, okay, we've done what we can. I mean, even the prosecutor, this prosecutor is trying to get a fair trial for the defendant so that there's less to appeal.
Right.
And also just basic decency. But after a point, there's only so much you can do where you just have to go, the judge won't allow it. The other side's is going to do this. I can't. Cannon is starstruck and a horrible human being. And after a while, it's just like, I've done what I can. We need to move on to get this going. But it shouldn't be allowed.
No, it really shouldn't. Oh goodness. Yes, Wheezy Squeeze Box. In order to get height in prison, you have to take your shoes off. So we will know his exact height when he is booked in Georgia.
Do they?
So yes.
Do they height as well?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
So height, weight, advanced age.
And by the way, we're not making fun of anybody for their age. We're laughing.
No, God, no.
No. We are laughing because Trump's vanity. Yeah, his ego, his vanity, his narcissism. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I can't wait to be older because then I have an excuse not to put up with anything. Like, I'm just going to be one of those little old ladies who just, my filter, once I hit 60, once I get Medicare, won't nobody be able to tell me anything. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm just going to sit there and just stare at people like, that's me. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So age, I'm all for age. He's just so vain that that pokes him. That just because he thinks he's invincible, and he's not.
Right.
So, yeah.
Kathy Richie says, "I'm 55, Sarah. My filter has already hit." There you go.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh man, that's
all right.
You know, and well, you say that though, and honestly, I'm a little disappointed now. It's like, oh heck, I'm like 10 years older than you are. So you've got 25 years until that.
Yeah, but I don't usually have a filter with you. So you've already got a preview of what everybody else is looking at.
Because you're awesome.
Oh goodness.
Betty Cantrell says I'm 68. Awesome. Congratulations.
That is so cool. Good job. Good job. In this country, or in this world, good job. Kansas,
Katana.
73 and sassy.
Katana, yeah, 73 and sassy. Awesome.
Fabulous.
And Ellen Quinlan says, wait till you hit 67. Cool.
Can't wait.
Kirby says, I'm 66, not 666.
Yeah, because earlier she accidentally typed 666.
Maggie, who's 71.
Goodness.
This is great. This is great.
This is fabulous.
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, at 50-20, I'm just gonna let y'all know, because I'm here and I run my mouth, we're not going to get to all the questions again today.
No, and I didn't expect us to. And this is one of those days when we're gonna be on for an hour, so we're gonna be here for about 9-10 more minutes. So
yeah. So all right, everybody. Allison asked at 50:45, did Musk buy Twitter for the express reason of protecting Trump's tweets from coming to life? Light, not life. Oh, that would be scary. Oh. Yeah.
I don't think so, but no.
Okay.
No, he thought he'd make money. He's I don't care what anybody says. There are different kinds of intelligence, and he's missing several of those kinds. Queen of Wands. He wanted to be. This is the messenger for this far right garbage, and he thought he'd make money. That he knew better. No. Oh,
thank
Lois.
You, Lois.
Thank you, Lois. Yeah, no. He's. I don't care how smart somebody says he is. He might be incredibly smart about a few things, but on the whole, he has the emotional intelligence of a brick.
Oh yeah, no, emotional intelligence and common sense, no. Book smarts, yes, but the rest of it, no. Yeah. Not a. All right,
and I mean, dumb as a brick.
Oh yeah,
dumb as a brick. Anyway, go ahead.
At 52:20, Azalea asks, did the Republicans have fake electors in the 2016 election that we did not know about?
I have never been asked that. Interesting. Kenya Jones's Hunter Biden charges got dismissed. Did that just happen?
I know that the tax charges got dismissed yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, because it was tied up with all the charges that were tied up with the plea got dropped, and so everything else is elsewhere. So yeah,
and so does this mean Hunter Biden's only they're only going to go after him for the gun charge?
That might have gotten dropped too. I'm not sure. Let me while you read on okay. The fake electors, I'll look up Hunter.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
Holly Francis, because they'll be brought in another jurisdiction. Okay, well, but yes, true. Isabel Moss, incoming GOP tantrum, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't thought of it yet. Would they have if they had thought of it? Oh, heck yeah. But they just, nobody had given them the idea that they could do that. So it just, somebody had to stand up and go, you know what we could do?
No, just, they hadn't dropped to that level of stupidity yet.
No. The arrogance, the entitlement, it hadn't set it in that deeply.
And considering we lived through W with Daddy Cheney and Karl Rove, this surprises me that this level of just dumb buttery and
I love that.
Yeah, and corruption had not been. Yeah. No, it is that the tax charges have been dropped for now because all of that was tied up with the thing. It could be brought up in a different venue later. Okay. So all
But
that
just
as of right this second, the only thing against him technically is the weapons charge. Unless the special counsel decides to, yeah.
and the GOP is going to get bent out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, they're making stuff up, but they're going to get really bent out of shape over a gun charge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for Bobblehead to say something about a gun charge. And I'm like, really? Like, you just had all of your little waitresses run around with, yeah. We are going to, I'm going to pull one from the bottom because the next couple of questions are Florida centric. So I want to kind of keep those together.
Yeah.
So
hang on or was it in just a minute ago? Oh, first of all, Lisa Graham said the GOP are already pretzel-y. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. There's up here.
What you got?
There was, where was it? I must, okay. Well, ignore me because I can't find. Oh, here it is. Lady Eva said, oh no, that's a response to Rose Blue's comment. Hang on, I've got to go up to Rose Blue's comment. No,
For having cows.
No, the one higher than that. The original thing. It was basically the I can't find the I'm sorry, I can't find the comment, but it was maybe the GOP, maybe they'd be nicer if they had some cats and kittens.
Oh, yes.
But
yes.
I wouldn't trust a lot of them around animals in general. So
I wouldn't do that to the cats.
Yeah, exactly.
The cats and puppers are very empathic. And I wouldn't put them in that energy. That would be no bueno.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So sorry, you had another question.
No, you're good. Okay. Let's look. Well, actually, Kristen just posted something at 57:40. Trump has decided that he's definitely not going to go to the first debate. He's going to go on some platform with Tucker. I guess they're going to just project it into the cosmos. Who knows? And he's encouraging all of his people not to watch the debate. That's the sticky part, because he's telling people not to watch the GOP debate. Is this going to get him in trouble with the GOP? It's bad enough he doesn't want to go.
I will look at that, but I just wanted to point out something that I realized yesterday. Just for anybody who does not know.
Oh, yeah.
This is this month. This is my calendar where I write down all the things, and I wrote down the Monday Trump creating his own superseding indictment press conference, and I got the little white out tape out. So okay, but on the 23rd, this Wednesday, it's kind of to see, but this on this 23rd right here, that is the first Republican debate, which I'm going to guess is in the evening. I think, that's usually when they have them. On August 23rd at, well, for what it's worth, at 5 East. Okay, this is Eastern time. At 5 a.m., the sun goes into Virgo. That's good to know. Happy almost Virgo season, everybody. But at 3:59 p.m., so 4 p.m. Eastern, on August 23rd, Mercury officially goes retrograde. And then, a few hours later, the Republicans have their first primary debate. And not only does that say something about how the debate's going to go, but when you start a series of things, the first one you do, in a sense, create like a superseding, not entirely, but an important chart for how the debates overall are going to go. Same way that DeSantis, the chart for his announcement of running for president was so bad. The chart was so bad. And his campaign has been a cluster of ducks.
Well, I mean, he's the Floridian George Wallace with no charisma.
Yeah. So that the Republican debate that night, the whole thing is the beginning. This isn't like, oh, we're in the shadow. No. This is, it officially looks from our perspective like it is going backwards. So, that doesn't bode well in the first place. I don't know where this will go in. Hang out there. So how's the first debate going to go? And how's Trump going to be affected? I'm going to enjoy this, yes. Eight of Swords. Okay, first card, Hangman. Two of Pentacles, Sun, Ace of Wands, Six of Swords. Oh, yeah. I think it might start off rocky. Card for the reading is being hemmed in, which is basically without Trump there, who's the front runner, there's only so much they can do, and they can't attack, they can't interact with him directly. They'll talk about him, but they can't, And this is the Hangman is suspension. Two of Pentacles is very, very unsteady, shaky. So either it does not start well, or the whole thing is just not working well. This Sun, I hate to say it, but when the Sun card goes bad, I think let's just put it this way. I think their arguments, there's going to be just a wee bit of racism on parade.
Oh, so he's going to go full George Wallace. Okay, cool.
And the thing is I'm getting the Sun, and that's usually what that means.
Yeah.
And this is attacking each other, trying to bludgeon each other. I'm more far right than you are. And then they go on to the next debate. So it's going to be both weak and ugly and gross. Oh, and by the way, one thing I want to read on before we go, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Are the right going to pick up the heinous nickname or descriptor that Trump has given Judge Chutkan? And I will not say it. I will explain it. Trump thinks he's being clever by saying that somebody who he thinks is on the side of helping the quote unquote rigged election that was not rigged, but keeping the rigged election, keeping that going, he will refer, like, someone who rigs something would be with an ER at the end. That word.
Oh no, that was to Fani.
Oh, is it to Fani? Okay.
Yes.
It wasn't to Chutkan. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you replace the R at the beginning with an N, fuego. R on the right, is this going to be their? Yeah, rose blue, exactly. Not a nautical term either. Yeah. Is the right going to pick up on this? Is this going to be their thing now?
Yeah.
Vile. I mean, my stomach turns even just talking about this. Not in polite society, it won't be. There's going to be big pushback if they try. World, Emperor, Six of Swords. He's arrogant enough to try maybe use it a bit more, but I don't know. I think some other people they're going to kind of move on. But he's not. He already did it. So vile.
Yes, the anagram for ginger, Michelle. That is correct.
There we go.
Yes.
I like ginger.
Yes, Janelle. Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the world is something I almost never get is maki, the vegetarian Japanese, the veggie rolls, avocado roll with soy sauce with just a little tiny bit of wasabi in it and then some pickled ginger on the side. It's heaven. Absolute heaven. I can't even remember the last time I had it, but that's absolutely heaven. So that's what I'm going to think of because pickled ginger is lovely. So, all right.
I want sushi now.
So do I, but I'm not going to get any. I can't afford that anyway. So, thank you everybody for being here. That's going to do it for us for today. Miss Sarah, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, and we're going to be over on the Creative Sprints channel. It's 1:22 p.m. here in Chicago in the Central Time. At 3 o'clock, we'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Anything, anything you work on, knitting, writing, building a website, anything at all. We just want to encourage you. So that's all. We'll be over there. And other than that, alas, it will only be me tomorrow, but I'll be here tomorrow, normal time. And yes, Lucky Girl links, at least Lucky Girl's kind of put the link in the description. Tomorrow night from 6 to 7 p.m. Central, so just after Creative Sprints, I will be on Lori's channel from the Way of Positive Change. It's a fundraiser to raise money for those who are just devastated in Hawaii. So I'll be on from 6 to 7 over on the Way of Positive Change. All right. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, truck. Gosh. You're not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead. There really are. So hang in there. All right. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Bye.